And Johnny, let's move on. Yet another trailer. Bang, bang, boom. We're just moving
good job.
right
You got
on.
this time.
This time I did. If I'm nice, I excluded that part from our podcast, which I've done that before accidentally, by the way. Like the onside kick we did where I screwed up the intro, and it was literally like a what's up, and then I stopped, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to redo that. And then I went ahead and did it again. And completely forgot to cut that out, and I left it in.
I kind of hope you do now.
I did that once on a podcast. Let's hope I don't forget to cut out.
Oh, I really hope you do now.
When I said like bling, bling, bloom instead of bling, bang,
bling,
boom.
blam, bling, bling, bling.
But we're moving into our next trailer, our last DC trailer, which is kind of sad. Our last one. Not a single Marvel trailer on this whole Comic-Con podcast, Johnny.
I know, right?
Not a single. Couldn't even give us Captain Marvel.
Not even MCU, you mean?
Yeah.
We got a Marvel one.
We got Venom.
Just not MCU.
Just not MCU. I thought we were going to get Captain Marvel,
I thought so, too. I would think so. But they have some things going on.
I feel like also they're kind of on their own thing. Like, that's cute. You think you can tell us what to do? Oh, we'll give you that when we're ready.
We'll give it to you when we feel like it. We're not going to rush out for you.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. But
we got some other stuff to deal with on the side anyways.
We are looking at Aquaman in this segment, or as Dave likes to call him, Aqua Bro.
Word.
And how we do it. If you're on YouTube coming in and you're new, we're going to watch the trailer with you guys, and then we are going to kind of give our thoughts about it, react while we're watching it, and then give our thoughts. So we're going to change our high-tech equipment, meaning I got to plug my headphones into my computer. Johnny just puts on a second headset because he's so fancy like that.
Oh, yeah. See?
Let me know when you're ready, J-Man. 3, 2, 1, go.
My father was a lighthouse keeper.
That's Boba Fett, by the way.
Yeah.
His father.
But life has a way of bringing people together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
This is another thing that I like with this and the Shazam movie.
Mm-hmm.
They make the kids look like this guy looks like Momoa. I know it's easy to do that with hair and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Permission to come aboard.
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world. The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
I think Mara might be my favorite character in this.
Yeah?
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk
ever. I think their dynamic's going to be great.
Strap in.
So the wizard is coming up. Solomon Dia, basically, or Solomon Bandy.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping. I'm no leader. I came because I had no choice. I came to save my own and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
That's him.
Oh,
the guy in like the gold armor. The Fisherman King.
Fishman, yeah.
The wrath of the seven seas with me.
We're here.
What are you doing?
She never told you.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
Gotta love him. Oh. So
Well, I might be growing my hair back out for a cosplay.
Here's the
now.
first thing I'm going to ask you. And this is going to be kind of 1A into the true question I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
The first question is, what do you think of the blue and white color palette for like the logo and stuff? Because that threw me through a loop. Not like a, oh my God, this is bad, but like, oh, I didn't know that was the color palette we were going with for like the logo and stuff. What'd you think of that?
I kind of like it. I mean, I like the color palettes they've chosen for everything in this movie because It's I'm trying to think. It again, like I said, they are going a different path than the dark and gritty they used to be. Yeah, there's a lot of serious points they're gonna hit in there, but now they're actually like, I feel like they're getting more true to the characters. They're not making everything so serious, dark, and
It actually looks light.
yes, it actually exactly. You can. I feel a lot better about what they're going with because this and Shazam. Way better than what they were doing before. It looks like.
You know what else
With a lot of
really?
them.
You know what else I really like about this trailer? Hey, I need to talk to you underwater. Air bubble. We're not doing that.
No.
Remember from Justice League where it was like, hey, I need to talk to you. Here, let me create this air bubble so that we can talk underwater.
Yeah.
I like how the special effects, because I looked into it, what they do is for the underwater, they're dry because how they kind of pictured it is if you were underwater, you wouldn't look wet when you were underwater. So then they kind of moved the hair and stuff and kind of do that in post. But then what they would have to do is, let's say Aquaman was talking underwater and then went up to the surface, or like Mira when she went up to the surface, they'd have to hose them down because it's like, all right, now we have to make you look wet because now you're not underwater anymore.
Exactly. You can't look wet underwater.
Yeah.
So.
And I loved how the special effects looked in the trailer.
No, it was great. And I'm surprised that like part of that, and maybe it is part of it, and I've never really looked into it. When they're underwater, like they do the underwater CGIing of the hair and stuff, I'm surprised they don't just really like take a lot of film footage of that hair
and
have them underwater. Film them for a little while and have them do certain movements under the water.
Yeah.
In that sense. So I mean, maybe that's how maybe that is partially how they do it. Maybe that they don't like doing it like that. But yeah, that blue and white color palette's nice. I just saw it again. That's why I brought it up. I love the dynamic between the two. I think it's going to be great between him and Mira.
Well, it's
Mira, right?
Yeah, they're going to be Mira. I've heard it both ways. Mera. But I love kind of like the love kind of mix in between. And the thing that I love the most is when she's talking to him, I could be wrong, but Mark and I read the comic for a graphic conversation. When she's talking to him and it's kind of like darker because it's at night and there's a car there, when she walks up the dock, that I believe is taken straight out of the Jeff Johns run with Aquaman Volume 1, The Trench.
Oh, yeah?
Because shortly after that, you see the boat when they jump off the boat and he's got the flare in his hand. Those, like, piranha monster-looking things.
Yeah.
Those are the monsters that live in the trench.
Okay.
And the trench is, like, so far down below sea level that even Aquaman has a hard time being down there.
Yeah.
Like that's how far down it is and where they live, where they've kind of de-evolved into that.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at the Fisher King, which I pointed out, his race of people, they've kind of evolved from what Aquaman is into this like aquatic race.
Yeah.
I think the word I'm trying to look for.
Like almost strictly aquatic.
But that whole thing with her talking to him on the dock, them jumping off the boat with the trench monsters around, that's straight out of the trench, which I was like, holy crap, that is awesome that they're doing that. And also like the lighthouse, right out of the comics, looks exactly like it is. And I was like, yes, give me that.
Nice.
The thing that I can't wait to see is when he gets his orange and green suit. Because I believe he's going to get that once they find, because it's supposed to be like an Indiana Jones-esque thing where that trident that came down that like the king had, that's what they're looking for.
Okay.
Is the trident of, I believe
Poseidon.
it would be his father. Poseidon, Atlantis, whatever they're going to call it.
There's so many names they give it. But yeah, so that trident. That's cool. And I like the addition of two enemies in a sense of his brother Orm, my bad. There's Orm, and also Black Manta.
I can't. That looks.
I'm
so
curious to
fucking
see
cool.
what because I know they said they changed up his origin a bit, so I'm curious to see what exactly they make his origin.
What people are thinking is when he jumped on that sub, people are thinking that the two guys he was looking at were Black Manta and his father.
True. It
And
could-
that Aquaman is a reason why his father dies, and then he wants to kill Aquaman. And
Yeah.
Orm's like, hey, I want to kill Aquaman too. Here, I'll give you this Atlantean tech so you can be Black Manta.
Yeah. The only other thing is like that would make sense for the suit then. The only thing is like I remember his original story was he wears the suit because water hurts his skin even though he's an Atlantean. Am I correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I guess still a cool origin story. I'm just curious to see like how that all plays out because no, that makes a lot of sense. That's what I was thinking too. Is like that on that submarine that would play into it very well because they're all dressed partially like that in the first place.
Because in the whole thing with this movie that'll be interesting with Aquaman's character is he's supposed to feel in this like I don't fit on the surface world because they look at me like I'm a freak. But then I go down to Atlantis and they look at me like I'm not a monster, but they look at me like I'm some sort of half-breed.
Yeah.
And like I'm not a full Atlantean. So it's like I don't fit in anywhere. And that's kind of the thing that he's struggling with. Because like Orm, if you're not, if you're listening, you're like, so why is he a half-brother of Aquaman? Arthur's mother, pardon me, marries and has a child with Arthur's father, who's a human, a surface dweller. Then after a while, she's like, hey, I got to go back. Like, I am the queen. I'm supposed to be the queen of Atlantis. I have to go back. And she leaves Arthur and his father, goes to Atlantis, and as their custom, she's got to marry someone. She's got to marry an Atlantean. So she marries an Atlantean, has a kid. Boom, that's where Orm comes from.
Yeah,
so that's why it's a
full
half-brother
Atlantean
thing.
brother.
Yeah, and that to me, I am so interested to see how that plays out.
That's true.
With the whole half-brother against Aquaman kind of a thing, because we're going to get the trial by combat Game of Thrones style.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you've seen a picture of it, but I did. I was looking up. They blatantly were like, yeah, we didn't want to give Aquaman like a little seahorsey thing to ride and have people make fun of him. So his seahorse kind of looks like a dragon.
That's
So
awesome.
Khal Drogo gets his dragon just in Aquaman.
Finally gets a dragon.
Yeah, Khal Drogo gets his dragon. It just has to wait until they get to
It's just a water dragon.
Aquaman. Yeah. I'm actually going to look a picture up, and I will put the picture right now. I'm going to put it up there for you guys to see for a couple seconds. But, Johnny, I'm going to send you the video that has it in it with the timestamp.
Okay.
But what else from this trailer do you think we should hit, if anything?
No, I love the origin story of like how his powers come to manifest, being bullied on in school, just a lot of it. I mean, the storyline looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and like you said, Indiana Jones-esque.
Because they're looking for that trident.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, there's a lot of good points that I
hope
can't
it's-
wait to see it.
This one I'm more nervous about than Shazam. I will say that. I'm
Yeah.
more nervous for this one than Shazam with the kind of like, please be good. Please be good. Please don't let this be a huge flop. The trailer looks good. Everything for me, I'm like, I watched this trailer a couple times. It's probably my third favorite behind. It's not like on a Titan Shazam level.
This, I'll be honest, is my second favorite
Really?
over Titans. Yeah.
Wow. Is it because that you now want to cosplay as Aquaman?
Want to go back? I wanted to before.
Before
when
you're
we-
like, well, like before we're like, oh, Aquaman, make fun of him because he's Aquaman, and then
No, I mean, ever since the DC universe introduced this Aquaman,
Aquabra.
I've been I wanted to do it. It's just I stopped growing my hair out, and it's like that's why I made that comment at the end of it. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta maybe grow my hair back out.
The last thing I'm gonna bring up that you just kind of brought back into my head.
Yeah.
When I was saying the thing about like the kids, where I like how they make like the child actors and the adult actors relate to each other. One of the coolest parts from this trailer was when younger Arthur is looking at the fish, and then you see his eyes, his pupils just change from that blue to that gold that we now see, to where it almost feels like to me, like it's like, all right, that's where he became Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he fully got his powers.
Like his powers fully kicked in.
Exactly.
When he's being bullied by the kids.
That is going to be such a great scene. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below. What do you think about Aquaman? Are you excited? Are you going to get the DC Universe to try to get those 2 free tickets for Aquaman, especially now after seeing this trailer? Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to see in Aquaman down below in that description or in that comment section. Not the description, in the comment section.
I mean, we only write the description.
Yeah, we write the descriptions, but let us know down below.